Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Fallout New Vegas. So, I think we've done about as much as we can. Like, this Camp McCarran quest, in particular, just doesn't seem like I can do it. There seems to be something I did that lost me enough of a relationship with the NCR that that's just not going to work. So what I want to do is we're going to just try unsticking this quest, like, and then if this doesn't work, then our only option later is going to be to just go to the fort and kill Caesar with Boone. That's seems to be about all we can do.
Monster of the East, huh? You saved President Kimball, didn't you? Hell of a thing.
Yeah. So, to get this to work here, spin around and look and see if we have any fill out triangles, would require the character to be there. I think what we can try here is we can unplug the controller, and then that'll let me use mouse and keyboard. And from what I've heard, if we go into console mode, typing in the tilde thing, and if I just type in disable, it requires a reference. Enable requires a reference. So yeah, that's what you would do normally, but that only works if the character is in front of you where he's supposed to be. I don't think he is anywhere now. Alright. So unless we can find Grant, the whole quest of saving the president is kind of unique in that he is kind of there's several different ways you could have saved him, but yeah. You know, there is one thought I guess I also could try, which would be to maybe go talk to the Colonel and see what happens if we disable and enable her quest. You see, because we can't even like wait here, so the time would never move forward. Okay, and just figuring out the right direction to go is going to be kind of a nightmare. And I imagine spinning around in circles looking at right, looking for little triangles inside of a area.
Is the president safe?
Okay. So again, if we can pull out the keyboard again. This is weird, you can't just pull up keyboards any other way. Right. So it needs a reference. So click on her, disable, enable. So that's just straight up despawning, respawning the character. Let's see
Is the president safe?
if that works. Nope.
This is no time for questions. Get back topside and protect the president.
Okay, well, the other thing here would be to just type in help. Let's see. Increment scripted challenge. Let's see. Initiate a system save. Get in character gen. Some of this is like really interesting stuff that you could do quite a bit with. Let's see. You have to just kind of type all of this. This is a lot. No. So you have to also spell it right and capitalize it. Or at least one of those. I am not sure if this is going to just move a challenge forward, which would, I would assume that's something closer to shoot 10 things. Compiled script not saved. Show sleep weight menu. There is something here, but it looks like figuring it out on your own is going to be too much. So I'm going to just type in New Vegas console finish quest and figure out exactly what I need to type, because this is effectively bugged. Now at a certain level this might be considered cheating, sure, but for a buggy game like this I'm not gonna let's see. Okay, complete quest, but I would need the quest ID. I could also set stage. Quest ID. Okay. Can we get stage? Do not type in CAQS. That completes all quests. That's crazy. So I'm going to just type in set stage, missing perimeter quest. There's like no auto completion here. At all. Let's see. So I'm pretty sure that this is a quest called You'll Know It When It Happens. So I'm now searching that to see if it lists the quest ID. VMQ03. MQ03. Could it be O instead of 0? might be in for the Republic Part 2. Yeah, that's actually the quest. So that would be VMQ 05. Try 05. So if that's not the quest ID, then it's got to be this longer strand. No way you would find this without looking this up. And this is a great example of where now we have the internet. Missing perimeter stage. We did get somewhere here. So let's go with 2. See what that does. Okay. So 2 wasn't good enough. Let's go with 3. There's no telling how far we really need to get here. Could be a lot of stages. Let's go with 6. Let's go with 9. Let's go with 9. Let's go with 10. Let's go with 20. So I'm gonna have to search somewhere else. I think maybe I'm supposed to try this again, and then see, that just doesn't even work. And there's no telling like how far we're supposed to go. No, I'm really in the wrong place, I think. That's part of the problem here. So, trying to play all of this with the mouse and keyboard. Let's go back outside. We'll try some more of the set stage stuff. I'm trying to read and walk at the same time. You can see here's a person working here.
Word is you're getting popular in the strip.
But yet, I think this quest has like 3 or 4 different ways in which you can find the president's in danger. Yeah, not really accomplishing much here. I should have done this off screen. Okay. So, the other thing that, if I go back, I think I might just be able to finish this quest with the console. Complete quest ID. Let's do that. Zero 136 166. So yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more from that. Instead of just marking that as a complete quest and let's see where we are now. Yeah, the quest is missing, but that's it. Yeah. Seems like nothing else happened here. Best case scenario is that moved us forward, so now we can go and talk to the colonel some more and maybe get another quest. But that may have just also broken things too. In fact, it might have been better simply to fail the quest in some future point.
Is the president safe? This is no...
Never did quite find that safe room either. I just don't know another way to do this.
Hey.
It's very easy to just wander around. Wandering around looking for a safe room that should be in this area. This is a safe room, and apparently I don't have the key for the safe room, is my guess. Alright, so nothing works there. So I reloaded back so we don't mess with the system in some other way. Okay, well the next thought is that we're just going to, I guess, travel to Cottonwood Overlook. We're gonna take the boat to the fort, and we're gonna shoot the whole place up with Boone, and we're gonna kill everybody, including Caesar, which seems like it's going to do absolutely nothing in the long run as far as stopping the battle. Because I dropped radioactive waste in barrels of waste over here from there, it seems like this whole area just has a +1 rads now. These are just boats. I thought those might have been like bodies in bags. Okay.
Another kill to my name. Come on.
Cursor Lucas. What the heck was that animation? Oh, wow. Well, whatever gun this Gauss rifle just fired, does it just fire all the bullets at once? I have no idea what this animation is. This effect is going to. So Cursor Lucas.
Alive after all.
And these would all just be weapons foot lockers. I'm gonna become overburdened very quickly, and this will probably be the last real opportunity to get a lot of... This guy's throwing spears at me. Infamy gained. What am I wearing? Oh no, that right bump feature stopped working. And you know what I'm gonna assume here is that we can at least get rid of recruit armor. This guy.
Hey there. The bosses of the Omer guys? Omer, Nass, the ones that run Gamora? Someone killed them.
So that guy's just gonna talk to me. Not particularly be on my bad side. And I don't see any reason to shoot the slaves. Do see a reason though to perhaps start to think about dropping some things. Who's shooting at whom? It's almost like the implication here is that Vats gets messed up because of this powerful gauze gun. But I assume what really is happening here is more of a case that the hunting rifle, machetes, going into machetes, throwing hatchet. So I guess either this guy is considered hostile. Doesn't seem like that's the case. This kid.
What's up?
You just talk to him and he says what's up. So he's not hostile. These characters are not programmed to run away in fear or do anything at all. The kids are designed to just crouch down. So that looks to me like there's only one bad guy. Seems like the implication is that the bad guy is on the other side of the fence. Veteran armor. What is the other stuff that I'm picking up? That took a long time, and to no surprise, that crashed. The visual effect was a dead giveaway that there was a decent chance of a crash happening, because if the visuals are messed up. It still does feel like you walk through an area. First of all, you're not invulnerable. Enemies just attack you. I think that's a mistake for any video game, but more particularly, it seems like you walk through an area and that triggers a new audio an audio file to play, and I imagine that there's multiple audio files that play on top of each other in the engine, and I suspect when you go through an area it tries to play one audio file in a reserved slot that's already being used from the previous location you were in. You would think maybe then there would just be a simple fix where muting all the audio in between each load for a half second might be the solution there. Yep, the visual's now working. You can definitely see where your guns can just be really overpowered here with the overcharged guns. Zooming in on people. I don't even think there's a challenge here to shoot things with a scope. Legion Mongols might give you more dog meat than your average dog. Weirdly, it does seem like there's an enemy in the drawbridge itself. I wonder if the general idea is that the bridge is a NPC character, effectively. There is a kind of famous revelation that was made that the trains you ride in a few places in Fallout 3 are actually just a human character that have hidden invisible legs that run very fast. Benny's body is missing from here. Yeah, and had we fought Benny and taken his gun and then run around and killed everybody, that would have also worked. Go ahead and eat a stem, spin around. Now, notice we're not gaining karma here. That's something we would have expected. And then the slave lady, I don't know if she's run off and hid somewhere or what. Definitely feels like more people would have been programmed to flee for their lives. Ballistic vest. What can we repair? Just gonna have way too many machetes. It still feels like it could definitely be a case of trying to figure out what is the best thing to fix. It's still severely overpowered. Or not overpowered. Well, I am also severely overpowered, but I'm overburdened too. Best trick I think I could probably do here is drop all the helmets and see if he drops anything. What you pretty obviously can't do here, though, is you can't convert items into more basic things. And it feels like that should be a perk, too, is that you should just be able to turn the Legion armor into basic armor. Thus, my companions would carry it. Of course, you start going down that path and you can also make a good argument for turning. Let's see if maybe we can drop the weapons. That's another thought I wasn't really thinking about. How much am I still burdened? Ant meat, ant nectar. They have a whole bunch of food. So if there was any challenge for all of this, now it also might be interesting to call in the NCR emergency radio and see what that does. Probably not going to need it anywhere else. It sure would be nice to know what your radiation is when you look at it right away, at least. Okay. I'm thinking that there's a few more people this way, but they might actually just be in the building. Don't really have enough bullets to waste. It certainly goes to show you also you just not are going to have a good experience yeah, you're really not going to have a good experience trying to snipe things and trying to be a sniper. And we're overburdened again. Probably might work better if I wasn't just picking up random items. Death claw eggs. Oh man. If I been sitting on a bunch of items that I was gonna cook, and is that why I've been so overburdened? Very possibly. Well, how do you make the omelet? We did a whole quest where we got an omelet recipe. Here it is. I would need Blamco mac and cheese, crunchy mac fruit, lake lark meat. Oh. So yeah, there is no way that's gonna happen.
Fine by me.
So we scroll down here. Get rid of 50 pounds that I've just been hanging on to for no good reason. And we'll see what else we may have. Okay, that fixes a big issue. We'll go in here and...
Another kill to my...
Come on.
These guys are hitting me hard. They we're not expecting you to really fight your way through this. Remember, I'm also playing on very easy here. Also running out of bullets. I don't believe there would be anybody else in this area to fight. Definitely tougher people though. Yeah, there's nothing really special here that would justify doing that fight other than just trying to kill everybody. We'll spin around and see if we see any enemies, any unfilled in triangles. The assumption here is that there isn't any thing of real value in any of the foot lockers or any of those items. If there was, then I guess maybe the quest would bring us, a quest might bring us to us. Is that a two-headed cow, or is that just a one-headed cow? Says Brahmin. Yes, it is two-headed. It's just easy to not see the other head. So we've let our cow go. Apparently ant nectar is giving me a lot of extra weight or extra strength. Is that really the case? There's certainly a weird situation here in that once again we are overburdened. Yeah, it is weird that you have a level of sexism, or at least objectification, of two of the female characters in the king's area, in the king's bedroom. And yet Caesar doesn't have any of that in his area. You would think that there would just be slaves, at the very least, wandering around cleaning where Caesar is. But also would make a lot of sense to me that I guess we'll come back and pick up this and this. Sergeant Teddy. Let's go kill Caesar first. But yeah, there's just not enough slave people that we see. Right. Probably is time to use the bats. Caesar himself doesn't seem like he's too strong. But I am dying like crazy here. So we just failed the quest at Tumor. Somebody's got a chainsaw. Chainsaws, power fists.
Retribution.
Okay, we need a different weapon now. And we ain't got deadly. Well, if we ain't got deadly, then best bet is to probably equip different bullets. This guy's got a ripper. Thank goodness I have, frankly, a almost infamous or non-stop amount of stim packs. And here we have Impulpus and Culta, which all the other named characters don't seem like that is too big of a deal. So, yeah, killing any of the other named characters doesn't move anything forward, and we only failed one quest, which would have been a Legion quest. At 2 Tumor doesn't even seem like it's listed here. It feels like in Fallout 3, though. They definitely popped up a box. 2,000 caps there. Sleep in this bed. Can't wait in this location. We can zoom in on the map, but that's about all we can do. Right. So now it's just going to be a matter of trying to empty out the inventory. Legion Slave Ledger. Let's see, is that a book we can actually read? So yeah, we'll look around here. Otherwise, you may notice also how Caesar came to power is kind of nebulous. Seems like he somehow managed to convince quite a few tribe people to join him under really brutal rule. I would say personally, it's my opinion that if you just look at the females of the human species as a weakness to be enslaved and used as breeding stock, you're not going to receive as much support or strength that you could get having more of a Amazonian tribe also fighting beside you. Caesar's armor is a unique piece of armor, apparently. There's nobody else around, as far as I can tell. So, to me, looks like we've killed everybody. Slave lady's not here still. Of course, the problem now is going to be where do we put the weapons, because we're going to be overburdened and we can't fast travel. I didn't get enough XP to level up and take that perk, and I would have taken that perk anyways to fast travel where overburdened. That would be nice to have in a New Game Plus scenario. There clearly is a lot of quests and a totally different way to play this game if you play as the bad guy character and join Caesar's army. But just can't imagine, even on a second playthrough, that I'd really want to do that. We can pick up a lot of Legion Daenerys. I believe they said in some line of dialogue that the Legion is still huge outside of just this one fort, and that there would be entire cities being run by the Legion.
Hey, anything going on?
So we could kill the kids, but we'd probably lose karma. Actually, I wonder if we could kill the kids at all. And then we got traitors.
All mine.
So did I need a whole quest to start to kill Caesar? What would really suck is if you just fall to your death here. Being overburdened with items and falling and taking more damage would be a realistic non-playable character thing. Let's see, they're just using the slaves as pack mules. It does just seem like every time you come back here, you are going to probably respawn a few random enemies. Well, that was exciting. Ragdolling. Okay. Was that the guy he just shot? Did a duplicate of that body just get flung up, or did a corpse get flung up? So let's travel back to Cottonwood Cove. Then let's talk to Boone.
Caesar's dead. Bet he didn't see this coming when he was having his coffee this morning. Still, it's not gonna stop the Legion. It might not even slow them down. Intel we had back in the NCR said they had a whole succession lined up. They'll replace him as soon as word gets out. The other thing I heard is that he wasn't really commanding the army anymore. Guess we made sure of that. Yeah. That was some kind of stunt we pulled. Whatever happens from here on out, we killed that prick in the middle of his fortress. Ought to give the rest of them something to think about.
So let's see if he'll finally open up about Bitter Springs.
I don't see what this helps. She's dead. All right. I tracked her down. Southeast near the river. They were selling her. Saw it through my scope. Whole place swarming with Legion, hundreds of them, bidding for things no man has a right to. I just had my rifle with me. Just me against all of them. So I took the shot.
So he shot his wife.
Yeah. What they do to women, that's worse than death. There was no choice in what I did. It was more like being forced to watch something you can't stop. All this was only ever gonna play out one way. It still is. I don't have any say. All I can do is wait for it to be done with me. It was gonna be something. If I'd never met Carla, it would have been something else. I should have never gotten close to her. I've got bad things coming to me. You better keep your distance too.
See, and that's kind of a dangerous statement because I imagine some players might actually take his word on that and decide to just leave him.
There was a miscommunication. Yeah, well, that's how they wrote it up in the report. We did what we were there to do. A lot of people got killed. That's war. Maybe looking back, you do things differently. But that's not how it works. In the field, you hesitate, you or someone you care about will die. They teach that from day one. You don't come out of a tour of duty without regrets. It's best just not to think about it. Yeah, always. Even when I sleep. I don't think so. It won't change anything. And that's a memory I don't want refreshed. Because fair is fair. Better that you don't. Life has a way of punishing
Man, you
you
really
for
have to
mistakes you make.
exhaust all of
Even if
this, and this
mistake
is
punishment
totally
can
in the
take a
darkness
while.
again, sorry.
Mine's not over. A murderer who does good
I
deeds
keep
is
trying to
still a
start this
murderer,
companion quest,
and he'll still get his judgment.
but
left
I
the NCR
feel like
when
I
my
keep
tour was
screwing it
up.
up.
Had enough of war. I decided I was going to start over. None of it made a difference in the end. Because I'm still alive. Yeah. I don't think so. Yeah.
So you're supposed to have
Hey,
5 history
I thought
points,
some more about what you said. I think maybe you're right.
and killing
Maybe I
Caesar
should
gave
go
you
to
2
Bitter
history
Springs.
points to
I
start
don't know
this.
what I'm hoping to find there.
But apparently... Oh.
Nothing. Dream. Just tired of thinking about it. I hope this isn't a mistake. Yeah.
Okay. So apologies for not having a flashlight on, so we could have seen him a little bit better. Finally got this companion quest done. It really doesn't feel like you would have gotten that done. And now we are at 428 weight. So this is just going to come down to turning, I guess, maybe all these ballistic fists into just one high quality one. And then taking the other ballistic fists into that. Throwing spears, not really that heavy, but either I'm gonna get really good at getting my other characters to hold on to things, or I am going to end up messing up really badly here. We'll start with that. +5 survival, +5 speech for Caesar's armor. Recruit armor. Recruit armor. Praetorian armor. Praetorian armor. Recruit helmet. Combat helmet could be repaired. Take the sunglasses. Probably have a veteran helmet, but I'm not 100% sure. So it's still at 338. At this point, veteran armor should just be put together. Praetorian armor be put together. 280, we're at much closer to a reasonable level. Let's see. $266. Then, even though I still don't believe there's actually any challenge for eating, we will just eat everything. I probably shouldn't have eaten the cave fungus, to be honest. Cave fungus seems to be extremely rare, and my suspicion is that there's exactly one cave in this whole game where you can find it. We didn't use the emergency radio. That could have been useful. Drinking water items does have a challenge. And then I guess the question is, will there be any other items here? Miscellaneous. Probably don't have any miscellaneous items. It almost would make sense that miscellaneous items could only be bought and never picked up. These coins alone worth large amounts. Only 2 legionnaires, though, in that whole mess. Here's the Mark of Caesar, which is apparently a necklace. A lot of these items, like these NCR computer parts and dog tags, you'd have to find the right person to buy them, or they're just gonna sit around forever. Sergeant Teddy, we'll keep that. The Sexbot Holodesk is another thing that could certainly be dropped. Right, so that's not going to get us any further. Move. Just to do that. And then maybe a little bit of that. And all that work is really to just be able to fast travel. It's crazy how so many things wear off instantaneously. It seems stubborn and ridiculous to have them have a wear off notification at all. So what I guess the move here is, and if I really needed caps, I just thought of this, is we could come to the presidential suite and we can I'm waiting for him to walk over here. It's not gonna walk any closer, fine.
Fine by me.
Interesting how she just appeared. Yeah, I could come to the presidential suite. And then pick up everything there is to sell. And then be incredibly overburdened. And then slowly walk it all to the gun runner's location. That's my thought. Just gonna take things with lower quality items. And I guess my question is, would that really work? Could we just be incredibly overburdened, run to the gun runner's location where we know things are fairly expensive, and sell and buy? I think that would work. So the Praetorian is not particularly valuable. Prime is not particularly valuable. Recruit is not particularly valuable. Veterans, a little bit more valuable, but not by much. So only the Virulix armor with the flag on the back of it actually has a high level of value. Even the NCR items are more valuable. I would assume their outfits are fairly low value because of the fact that you were going to fight them a lot. I honestly thought I'd end up doing more. I thought I'd do more sorting here than I actually ended up doing. It kind of feels like these things jump around though, too. That the sorting somehow puts the best value one at the top sometimes, but not always. That just leaves the rest of these items as fodder. We would need just something like that if we were going to sell anything. Let's see how well we can even sell. 160 caps. It's not even worth dealing with. Alright, weapons now. On this, I think there's a higher chance that we could just kind of sort. We probably have a 12mm. We already have a 10mm. Do we have a ballistic fist? No. So we'll add that. Do we have a caravan shotgun? Yes. Neither one are in perfect shape. So I'm gonna throw that in there. I want to take this displacer glove and we'll try some unarmed combat. Do we have a hunting rifle? Yes, some of these are not in perfect shape, but whatever. Well, that one seems like that is in perfect shape. You would think that would be an exact value. Then laser RW. Do we have a machete? Yes. Do we have a machete gladius? Yes. Single shotgun. This is way too crazy. It would definitely make sense for things to kind of line up. Single shotgun, yes. Throwing hatchet. That one might be new. We have a throwing spear, but not a throwing hatchet. Or throwing spears. And then I imagine we have a varmint rifle. So we've got a whole bunch of weapons. Also, and nothing really to do with them other than to drop them down. Gets me to 161. And yeah, this is 40 pounds, so that would get me down to 121. So what is left? Deathclaw eggs. Need to get rid of those. Gonna do a spatula. Where's the teddy bear? How would we have lost the teddy bear? I swear the teddy bear was under this list, which that must mean then that the teddy bear is actually a quest item. It's the only thing that would make sense. Just nothing else can be crafted. Yeah. Increasingly, I'm holding on to vendor trash in some insane thought that actually is going to prove to be useful. Evil gnome should go in the other box. Box of detergent probably is not ever usable. Pencil I think should go in the other box. Pilot lights, yes. Powder from a pistol, yes, but I need more powder if I'm gonna do anything. Dino toy. Anything I can actually get out of the inventory, I probably should get out of the inventory, even if it doesn't matter. It doesn't have any weight, because then that probably does tell me that those are quest items that we're not ever going to ever do anything with. Maybe you never could have done anything with them. Maybe they were items that you were going to collect and pick up later. Let's see. Yeah, our radiation's actually pretty low. Rad resistance while eating. So that teddy bear, Sergeant Teddy, is a quest item you can't get rid of. Can't mod this, can't mod that, can't mod that. We're down to 56 weight now. Wearing power armor. Pretty crazy. Once we finish Boone's companion quest, I guess we'll take Raoul with us. Because we've kind of done everybody else's quest. You know, Arcade Gannon is in the Mormon fort. And yeah, you would think that there'd be some Sunset Sarsaparillas or Cokes or Nuka-Colas. That would appear in the Coke machines. We found Nels Air Force Base, a test site, Mormon Fort, Good Springs, and Hoover Dam. That makes me wonder if there is a snow globe somewhere in the fort that I missed. Of course, you still run into major problems here where the whole game just comes to a screeching halt as you're having to clean out your inventory. This I forgot to forget quest. I don't know how long it's going to be, considering how long it took to start the quest. And I'm hoping it increases.
This is the place. We got sent from Camp Golf looking for some cons who've been making trouble with one of our settlements. I guess one of the settlers was connected because we sent everything we had. We figured this was a gang hideout, but they led us to their home. There's a ridge called Coyote Tail on the south side. That's where we set up.
Okay, south is this direction that we're facing, so really wants me to go southwest. Okay. This feels like this would be a good opportunity for some kind of simulation or flashback to happen. So we see there's an unfilled in triangle as far as the location we're going to. Definitely seems kind of far. And we probably would have run into some coyotes or geckos if we hadn't already killed so many people. So many of them around this area.
Canyon 37. That's what the NCR calls the pass down there. It was the Khan's only escape, so we set up here to guard it while the main force attacked from the front. Standing orders were to shoot on sight. Main force got spotted too soon. We heard shooting. Then Khan started coming through Canyon 37 in bunches. It was all wrong, though. Women, kids, elderly. Wounded started coming through, too. We radioed to confirm our orders, but command didn't get what we were seeing. They told us to shoot till we were out of ammo, so that's what we did.
That's not what I would have done at all. How could you kill innocent people like that? The only mistake was not bringing up enough ammo. I mean, you're following orders, so once you sign up to be a soldier, you are effectively making the ultimate immoral decision, which is to hand over your own personal decision of what is right and wrong and your control of your actions. So, in day one, when you sign up in the military, and this is a controversial opinion, I'm sure, you are letting go of your autonomy, your own free will. And so by letting that go, by losing that freedom or giving away that freedom, every action after that, good, bad, or otherwise, kind of doesn't matter. It's all wrong because you didn't choose to do it yourself. If you do something good, you don't get credit for it because you gave away your free will and somebody else told you to do that good thing. If you do something bad, same way. You could say somebody else told you to do that bad thing, but it doesn't matter because you're already at the bottom as far as karma is concerned. You've given away your free will. So, yeah. Controversial opinion, but I'm trying to be nice to the guy, so I'll say you did what you were supposed to do as a soldier.
Yeah, well, I'm not a soldier anymore. Those rules don't seem like much of an excuse now. Anyway, I don't know why we're here. Thought maybe it'd help me see things better. I'd like to stay here for the night. Think some things over. All right. We won't stay for long.
We can see some characters. And talk to Boone. So maybe at night there's something different he sees. Maybe he's just having hallucinations.
Something's wrong. Got a group coming our way. Looks like a Legion raiding party. It's big. Might be too big, even for us. If you want out, I won't blame you, but I'm gonna stay. See if I can hold them off.
Why would they come to Bitter Springs?
Easy target for grabbing slaves. Bunch of refugees, just a few soldiers defending it. I don't think they're here for us. Too bad. Would have made me feel good about myself. If only it was this easy.
So we'll exhaust all the dialogues. So yeah, I guess maybe he gets to save Bitter Springs now.
I'm not. Always figured this was how it was going to end for me. Just didn't know when. That day.
It's interesting to have such a linear scripted experience.
Feeling I was supposed to go with you. That it was time to end all this. And now I know.
It definitely also feels like he might just die here.
Tell the truth, I think this is exactly what I've been waiting for.
Alright, let's go do this. This does definitely give us a taste of what the experience would be. As far as playing more of a linear experience. Boy, do I wish you couldn't target those guys. And I don't think it's worth even picking up the items that they have. I don't even know who killed that guy. Possibly all the extra soldiers I brought to the security area. Don't have enough ammo. Uh-oh. Well, I guess that will give us a chance to So, weirdly, this seems like it is wanting me to go that way. I thought it would have probably wanted me to go this way. Alright, well, we'll follow arrows. You would need, if you're going to use like the displacer glove, you would need enemies that would also only have displacer gloves. And I can only assume the way that would play out is that the game would have the characters see that you're in displacer gloves. And so then the other players would, the other NPCs would choose to also be in displacer gloves.
More coming.
Let's see. So this is much more of a linear experience in that we're running back and forth. I guess they were just expecting a level of resistance. And so they're not reacting particularly much to the fact that I'm shooting at them. I'm hoping I'm going the right direction. Bitter Springs definitely is more of an open area, not well defended. I guess here's a bunch of graves I could have also dug up if I happen to have a shovel on me. Seems that every time I get close to them, they're ahead of me. Where are they? This highlights, I think, a major problem with even a small urban environment fight. We could have had more of this though. Yeah, more metal crates, more shooting of people. Although, I would say the whole system needs to be improved as far as just higher chances of hitting people instead of hitting walls or being somewhat dead on with your shot and it's still not counting because it's all dice roll centered. Somewhere here are more people. At young Cazador killing the wolf. Where are we going now?
We made it through after all. Not sure what to make of that. I don't mean disrespect. It's a hell of a thing having someone with your ability looking out for me. But I've come to believe there are things nobody can stop. I thought for sure that's what we'd finally come up against today. It would have made sense for things to end here. But now, I'm still waiting.
Let's just go with no one is judging and punishing you, things just happen.
If that's how it is, there's not a lot of comfort in knowing it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about all this.
You can't take back what you've done, you can regret, but your regrets can be set you on a better path.
I guess they brought us here.
So you get these dialogue choices that
now. Never a bad thing. Can take my
doesn't
word for
really
that.
lead to anything.
Still feels like I'm living on borrowed time. But I don't see any reason not to take a lot more of those sons of bitches with me. You got a point. There's still some things I can do before all this is over.
So that last choice, there was no real hint at all that that was the last choice. And what it gives him is first recon survival armor fitted with extra features and storage designed to help snipers and his comrades survive in harsh desert environment. It will not count against his carrying capacity. I don't believe I can take it away from him. If I had made the other choice, he would have had more of an aggressive armor. Let's trade equipment. Nope. He's just wearing this armor, which means I could get rid of the metal armor. So, yeah.
You looking for trouble?
That is that quest done. Which is going to once again put us in this weird position where best case scenario is we can try and finish that quest, but we'll do that in the next episode. That's going to be it for this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, and keep on watching. Thanks.